Hello everyone, I am Ayush Agarwal from ABES Engineering College. In our previous lecture, we have discussed about the concept of SQL statements. We have discussed about the different type of SQL statements like we have DDL, DML, DCL, TCL. Under that, we have some other commands. We have understood that how it works, what will be the syntax, and what will be the main objective of using those SQL statements. Now, in our today's lecture, we are discussing about the views and indexing. So we'll be discuss that what are views, what are indexing, how we can create those indexes and views, how we can remove or how we can access those views and index, and what are the importance of those particular terms, right? So let us start with our today's lecture. So in case of views, if we talk about, so these are the SQL, in SQL, these are the kind of virtual tables. So basically, we have already know that in SQL, we have database, and under that database, we are using different type of tables, right? But in some situation, it will happen that we have many tables, and under those tables we have many columns, but very frequently we there is a need to access a particular columns, right? If we have 10 columns in a particular table, and very frequently we are using only 2 or 3 columns, so in that case we are creating those views. These are called as the virtual tables, right? Now, a view also has rows and columns as they are in a real table in the database. So, as we all know that it is a virtual table, it is a table, so it has some rows and columns that are in real table in the database, right? So, we are actually basically we are extracting some information, some rows and some columns from the original table, from the real table to this virtual table. We can create a view by selecting fields from one or more tables present in the database. So it is another point about views that in case of views, not only from one table, we can also create views from multiple tables present in the database. And it can either have all the rows of the table or specific rows based on certain condition. So in this way, these views will be used, right? So basically, if we talk about views, so it is used to easily access your data, those data that are frequently used. Now, in this case, we will discuss that how we can create our views, right? So in this case, if you see that this syntax for creating a view. So first of all, we will use this create command, as we know that this create command can be used to create a particular table, to particular a database, to particular view, to particular index, right? So first of all, we will use this create command, then this view command, and then we'll give the view name, right? And view name as, then after we are selecting a particular column, a particular data from the database, right? So for example, we have this student data, and in this student data we have some columns named as SID, SNAME, student marks, and student branch, right? Now uh, we want to create a particular view, right, from this table. So we will mention here this select column 1, column 2, up to what column or how many column we want to add in our views, from which table and on which particular condition. So let us take an example here. So from this table we need to create a view where we have only SID, where we have only SID and only S name, right? For what students, for whom students, where marks should be greater than 80, right? So here we are creating a view. What view? So first of all, we are using create command, and create command, then we are using view, and then we have this detail is the view name, as we have already say that here after create and view we will provide view name. So here we are using create command, then view, and then view name, right? And then as keyword is used before selecting the data from the database actually. So what we are using here, select, then select ID and name. What we need to access only SID and S name of those students whose marks is greater than 80. So here we will apply this select command, select SID and S name from the student table, from the student data where marks is greater than 80. So what it will do, it will create a virtual table based on this select statement like we have here, right? And it will be created as a view named as details. Now whenever we want to access this particular data only, that we need to access those ID and name of those student whose name is greater than 80, whose marks is greater than 80. So we do not need to write this particular syntax, that at select SID comma S name from a student where marks is greater than 80, because it will retrieve the information from the whole table, or maybe that table has more than 10 or 20 columns and may have 1000 rows, right? So now we have created, based on our condition, we have created a view, and after that we need only this select statement, select asterisk from details. And what does it will do, it will access your data from the view. Actually details, which this detail is actually a view which we have created from this particular example. So in this fashion, in this manner, we will be creating our views from a original table. Now we can delete a particular view also. So we can delete or drop a view using the drop statement. As we have known that drop command is used basically to drop a table from the database permanently, right? So in this case also, if we want to delete a particular view permanently, so we are using drop then view, and then we have to mention the view name which will be which we want to drop from the database, right? So in previous case we have created a details view. Now if we want to delete the view details, we can do this as drop view, and then we want to provide this detail view view name, right? So in this fashion we will drop our view from the database. Now, how can we update? Can we update views also? Yes, we can update view also, but there are certain conditions. What are these conditions to be satisfied to update a view? So first of all, the select statement which is used to create the view should not include group by clause or order by clause, right? So whenever we create a view based on the select statement, which should not include group by or order by clause. If it contain group by or order by clause, then we cannot able to update those views. Second point, the select statement should not have the distinct keyword, right? So while creating a view, if we have a distinct keyword under select statement, so we cannot update views. Next we have the view should have all not null values. So if we have null values under this view table or virtual table, we cannot able to update views. And the last we have the view should not be created using nested queries or complex queries, right? So if the view should be created, if the view have created with the help of nested queries or complex queries, then it will be not possible to update a views, right? Other than if these all conditions are met, then we can able to update our views. How it will update? With the help of this syntax. We can use here create or replace. What does it mean? I'll understand. Create and update, after that view, and after that view name, right? View and then view name, right? What does it mean? It means that it will create a view with this particular view name if it if this name is not existing previously, or if it exists previously, then it will replace your view with the updated table, updated virtual table, right? As select column name 1, column name 2, up to column name n, how many columns you want to add in your views from table name, and after that you want to provide this where condition, right? So we can insert and delete also in views. How we can do that? Same, exactly same as we have insert a table, insert a row in our table. Same in that case, in same fashion, we are inserting and deleting particular rows in views. How we can do that? This will be the syntax. insert into uh, okay, so insert into view name. We have already know that insert into table name, and then we have to provide the column name, and then values, right? And values, after values we will provide the values, different values, right? These are the different values. So in this case also, in the case of view also, here the difference is that instead of table name, here we will give in the view name only. After that it will add a particular column, sorry, a particular row into a view which you have created previously. What about deleting? So you can delete also rows from the views, which is also as simple as deleting rows from the table. Same, exactly same, the syntax will be the same. What will be the syntax? You can see here, delete from view, delete from view name where condition, where condition. So in the case of deleting the table, we are using delete from table name where condition. In the case of views, we are using here just view name, right? So delete from view name where condition. In this fashion you can delete a particular table, a particular row, or all the rows from the views. Now next we have indexes. We have covered the concept of views, which are the virtual tables. Now, the indexes is a schema object. It is used by the servers to speed up the retrieval of rows by using a pointer. So, whenever we want, because the main objective is that we want to retrieve, or our data has been stored on a particular server, and from that server we need to speed up our processing, right? So whenever we want to retrieve the data from the server, we need to speed up our processing. So in this case, an index will be used. It can reduce disk input output by using a rapid path access method to locate the data quickly. Let us understand how we will create an index. So in this case, we will creating an index based on single column or based on multi-column, right? How we can do that? In case of syntax for single column, what will be the syntax? Now create, because we will use this create command to create anything. After that index, and after that index name, and onto what column onto what table you want to create this index. So on table, and what column you will provide this column. This will be the syntax to provide to create a index based on single column. And what will be the syntax to provide to create an index on multiple columns? So in this fashion, right? So you have to create index, same, create index name, on table, and after that you can provide multiple columns. So in this fashion you can create indexes based on multiple columns. So you can remove or alter indexes also. This will be again the same concept we are using for removing the views from the drop from with the help of drop command. So here also we are using this syntax, drop index, and then index name. This will be the index name, this will be the index keyword, and this will be the drop command. So in this fashion you can drop your index permanently, right? And altering an index, if you want to alter an index, so here alter command will be used, right? So alter, then after index, and then you need to provide this index name. On table name, you want to provide table name, and then rebuild. So it will be help to modify an existing tables index by rebuilding or reorganizing the index, right? So in this fashion you can remove and alter indexing in case of indexes. So these are the references from which the data or content is being used to create this video. So if you like my video, so please like and share. Thank you so much.